Good morning. I am making this video for someone who commented me and sent me a message through YouTube. Raver Dolphin, I believe your name is. You work at Starbucks. I could just type the message, but this is just a lot easier for me. Only because I'm an English major and I do way too much typing as it is. But if you want me to type it because you said you couldn't hear very well, I'll do that too. For your first question, and most of these questions have to do with braces for anyone else who's watching. First question, you asked, was the spacer pain as bad for me as it has been for you? And I'm looking over here because I have my questions up, or your questions up. And will the pain only end when I get the braces on? You should feel a huge relief when they take out the spacers. I mean, it hurts so bad. And I was working at a nursing home at the time, and I had to ask all the nurses for ibuprofen. They kept looking at me funny, and I'm like, I had these rubber bands shoved in the back of my teeth. And I remember when the orthodontist assistant was putting it in there, and she said, she goes, wow, your teeth are so tight. She goes, but that'll be fine when your wisdom teeth are out. And I'm like, I've had my wisdom teeth out for almost a year. She goes, well, the braces will help with that. So anyway, when they took the spacers out, it was amazing. It's so much better. And the brackets that go in place of them don't feel as bad because they're thinner. You know, it's like the thin metal rather than the thicker rubber band. In general, the braces are sore for only a few days. But you'll figure that out. Like, every time you have an adjustment, they're going to be sore for a few days. But the pain is not going to be anywhere near as the spacers. It's just a soreness compared to the actual pain that you feel with spacers. And then you don't have them yet. So when you first get them, your lips are going to feel huge. Like Angelina Jolie, huge. I mean, you can't figure out how to get your lips over the braces. And I know that sounds horrible, but you really do get used to it, and you'll probably have a lisp for a few days. So if you're not talkative, become talkative, just to get used to it. Also, this is for anybody who has braces. Hang on, my puppy is jumping on me. Calm down. What? Let me show him to you. This is my friend Bo. He's adorable, but he won't let me finish my video, so we're going to try to do this. Look, Bo. Okay. Anyway, you don't have to eat just soup. So when you eat your braces and you have a giant pack of ramen, you know, where you get the 24 packs for like $1, you don't have to just do that. I wish I could think of some other foods, but the number one thing is meatballs. Meatballs are amazing. No, you can't have them on a roll. That won't work. You won't be able to bite into it. But just meatballs with cheese or meatballs and pasta. Types of pasta work really, really well for you, especially like the angel hair and spaghettis that you can chop up really well. So meatballs are awesome. Soups are great, but trust me, you get tired of it. Also, get some good food for breakfast. You're not gonna, first of all, you might not, eat very much breakfast, but do the eggs, and especially do, oatmeal and things like that. I can eat cereal. I just had a bowl of cereal this morning, Lucky Charms. Awesome. And, but, when you first get your braces adjusted, cereal, no. You can even do waffles, but that might still be a little sore. So, oatmeal and eggs would be your best friend. Let's see. Second question is, my sentence, quotes, is 30 to 36 months. That seems long. And apparently a lot of people are telling me they only need 12 months. And I don't know if this is people that you've known who have had braces before or had braces now. It really all depends. And when you went in later, yes, they did tell me it was going to, my sheet says about 24 plus months, but the goal was you're going to have a year with braces, and then you're going to get the surgery, and then 6 months, and then you're done. I've had my braces for over a year and a half now. I've had them for a year and 7 months. So yeah, and it's much better for them to tell you that it's 3 years, and then to find out after 2 years that you're going to get them off, than be like, oh, you're only going to have them for a year and a half, and then the next thing you know, you go in there all happy because it's been a year, and they're like, well, we'll say another 6 months. But it does go by so fast. Think about it. you only see your orthodontist about every 6 to 8 weeks. Even if you see them every 4 weeks, it goes by so fast. So once you get used to the braces, the only time you really think about them, other than when you get crap stuck in them, is, what's it called? The only time you think about it is when you go to the orthodontist, so you don't even realize it. Let's see. And then, for your college experience. Like you said, you didn't even really see them. Now you can. You didn't even really see them. Most people don't unless you actually point it out to them. I do that all the time, and I really need to stop. Like, I'm always like, as you can see, I have braces. And they're like, actually, I didn't even know until you pointed it out. So you don't have to point it out. And for job interviews, a friend of mine I went to high school with, he's about 25, he still has braces, and he wears a suit every day to work. It does feel a little awkward because I substitute teach a lot, and I'm going for teaching when you're wearing the dress pants and then a nice button down, you're all ready to go, and then you have a mouthful of metal, or full metal jacket, as I like to call it. But, no, you get through it. You don't point it out in an interview. And the thing is, think of it this way. When you go into a job interview and some guy goes in there and his teeth are all over the place, and then you go in, even if you have braces right then, it's possible that the interview is thinking, this person takes care of themselves. They are trying to make themselves look and feel their best. They're not going to be like, wow, this guy is a child, or this girl is a child. So I really wouldn't worry about that. And you asked if I needed any other stuff, or if it's just the braces and rubber bands. This is another case-by-case thing. I don't know exactly what you need because you just said a list of stuff. I'm not sure if you need, like, stuff at the store, where you have to, things to get those little brackets, or not brackets, those little, see, you get a toothbrush from the orthodontist with a little proxy brush on the end, and they don't give you another one, at least mine doesn't. So you have to buy them at the store. And don't get the ones that are really thin, get thicker ones, because they always used to ask me, are you using your little brushes? And then once I got the thicker ones, they stopped asking me because it was obvious and they work much better. I had braces, I have braces, and I use the rubber bands once in a while. I haven't, not as in I don't use them when I need to, I haven't had to use them, I don't know, I think I used them for 2 or 3 months, and I haven't had to use them since then. So, other than that, it's a case-by-case thing, and sometimes they tell you you're not going to need something, and then you end up needing it, or the opposite. And can you really chew gum while in braces? My orthodontist most orthodontists are like, chewing gum is no, don't do it, it's horrible. My cousin's orthodontist actually tells her to chew gum, but not Bubblicious. It's gum like Trident. Use Trident, Strident, all of that stuff, because it doesn't get stuck in your braces, but it pulls, like, let's say you eat a sandwich or something and you have the bread in there, it pulls it out of there, pulls all that crap out of there. Personally, I've tried it, and I hate it. Not the gum, but just trying to chew gum, I can't do it. I can't. And there's certain things you need to think about. There's so many people who tell me, oh, I ate whatever I wanted. You'll figure it out. Sometimes you get nervous when you have like a hard cookie or some chips and you go to eat it. You feel nervous. Like, you can feel that it just doesn't feel right. And I'm looking at my time. I might have to make this into 2 different videos, but we'll see. Yeah, especially because I want to talk about the surgery. But yeah, don't even, if you're not comfortable with it, don't bother with it. And always remember that if you break a bracket by doing something you're not supposed to, or not using rubber bands and all of that, you're going to end up adding on to your time. I feel like so many people don't realize that if you break a bracket, for every bracket you break, you're adding almost a month or more onto your treatment time, because you have to get the appointment, get the bracket put back on, and your teeth, they move very quickly without the support of the brackets and the wires. Okay, so hang on a minute. I'm making another video, so make sure to check it out. I don't know which way the thing goes. And I just don't want to try uploading my video and then have them tell me, your video's too long, and have to re-record all of this. So I will be back. Click on whatever the video says, number 2, try number 2, part number 2, whatever, and you can get the rest of your answers, which have to do with surgery and whatnot. Okay. Bye!